A special guest, a friend of mine named Jeremy Evans. He's a paramedic with Clarendon County as well as Cypress Transport. I think he's now the director of Cypress Transport, correct? And great guy, really great guy. Somebody that in this industry and in our field, one of the things that we have to really watch out for is burnout. One of the things that a lot of paramedics do and they go through, the things that they see on a daily basis have the ability to completely destroy a person. And if there's one thing that you will hear throughout EMS, and when I ended up telling some people who was coming today, they were really upset that they were working one of them every year. But one of the things that you hear consistently throughout Sumter County as well as throughout Clarendon County is how great of a guy Jeremy is. And the fact that he's able to keep his head. I don't think I've ever seen him mad or upset. Even with all of the stuff that he's seen. He's been doing this now for how many years? 16 years. And so if one person can say that God has been his source of strength, it's definitely Jeremy. And I'm excited about him coming up here today and sharing with you about his trips to Moldova as well as going back to Moldova. Before we do that, I've got somebody who's going to come up here and they're going to give their testimony. And they're going to share with you some of the things that God's been doing in their life. Justin, just step up here real quick. Justin is going to share with us really quick some of the things that God's been doing and that God has already done. So y'all give it up for Justin. I got you muted. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, a lot of them walk away from God when they're young. I just want to say, y'all, my little thing, how God brought me back. God, when I was in high school, I was playing football. I got crystal meth, cocaine, using needles. And I moved to Alabama and met this one girl, a little kid. Never was a little kid in my life. She called me up. He walked from us. Taking out a diaper. I told her, yeah, run the Bible. And she would not quit crying. So that saved my life. I told God, that was I quit doing it. Thank God he did. That night, I was everything I could mow. And the next morning I got up and my granddad, well, me and my granddad had classmates and told me we needed to talk. So I came to make that right. About 3 days later, I had something fun job on what they call cardiac arrest. Went to ICU and everything. Now, you know, I kicked the habit, but I never went back, y'all. And later on, met another girl. She was married. Had a little baby with her. Judge looked me dead in the eyes and told me, you don't have no rights to that kid. And she's legally married. So, well, what you did is walk away. I did. Checked in a motel room that night. 8 ball cocaine, a pistol, a bottle of whiskey. I was going to get my life. Somehow or another, I got drunk, passed out. Next morning, put 8 ball cocaine, a pistol, walked out. Then, I dealt with it back a year and a half, then go back to jail somewhere. And my mom, was all I ever knew my mom. She taught me to leave the road, moving down to Columbia, South Carolina. So I did. Quit my job, went off there. And then come find out she's behind all those, my stepdad's house, paying bank account, overdrawn, everything. He didn't know nothing about it. He goes and get caught up. Then, a few days went by. A couple of grand was missing from my bank account with my bill over. And so I started digging by those book. And found out she had about 5 to 7 credit cards. And my stepdad's name, he didn't know nothing about all that stuff. She got on the book that night. And she's been drinking. She looked at me, she went, we was ready to fight for wrestling. Not wrestling, but condom. Sorry, Bubba. But since you say you wasn't moving to Columbia, we did. I looked right there and told her, you'll pay for that. Called my stepdad and mom, when you get home, we need to have a talk. And called my granddad and said, might be coming back to Alabama. So she walked in the nightstand after I've always done removed the guns. I knew it was going to get ugly. She looked me dead in the eye and I told her, man, go up the nightstand for blow your ass and head off. I just laughed at her because I've already got guns. And she went, well, I'm going to have you arrested. All I got to do is talk batteries on me. And so I called my stepdad back up. And I told him what was going on. Because he always knew credit cards and stuff, because I've always came clean. And he went, put on. I did. And he told him, I've always asked for a divorce from you. I've been fighting on the state. So he got that straightened out. That day she left me. And he came home, we talked. He taught me in singing something. I told him I did. I would have to pay everything caught back up. I did it for about 6 months to get it back. Anyways, the next day my mama came home, came back. She tried to commit suicide. And it was better before. And I didn't know what to call 911. I left the lady there. My stepdad came home. He went in the car 911. She went to the mental hospital. And I was having my stepdad catch up on everything. What he wanted to do is divorce. And 6 months later, I thought, I can't do it no more. I've got to go back to that way. So I left. He called me up and went, come back and visit. I did. That's when I met my wonderful wife. I left. And God brought me back to him. He might be 4 or 5 people. But no matter if you walk away from him, cuss him out, get on know, whatever you do, he will put me back. Because I'm a testimony for that. Because last year I faced manslaughter charges. And somehow or another, he got me out of it. That tells you, he will bring his people back to me. No matter how bad you ever get, God will put a walk up. Make you smell it. So, we'll keep it nice, short and sweet. So, I hope y'all like it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Justin. Thank you. It's not so easy to get up and tell a whole bunch of people your story, is it?
No.
Let me tell you something. The Book of Revelation tells us that we can overcome the enemy by the power of the blood and the word of our testimony. A lot of times we fight things in our life because we're not willing to say what God has done in our life. The moment that we begin to verbalize our testimony, the things that God has delivered us from, is the moment the enemy can no longer beat us over the head with.
Amen.
Because everybody already knows what's he going to do. You're going to threaten to tell somebody?
All right now.
We've already told people our secrets. We don't have any.
That's right.
So we overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Our testimony, just by speaking it, can bring freedom. Amen?
That's right.
Amen.
Guys, I'm going to hand this microphone over to Jeremy. He's got as long as he wants to take. He does have a video he's going to let you guys watch. I've already asked, and I mentioned it last week, that we're going to have an opportunity for you to give to Jeremy and to his trip to Moldova. We've actually got the box already set up right here by the door. We're asking that if you will, and this is why I gave us all a week's notice, to to give above and beyond what you would normally give. Not to put your regular offering for a Sunday morning in there, but to actually take something out of your account and say, this is for Jeremy's trip. Okay? Where he's getting ready to head out there and preach the gospel.
Amen.
So I'm excited about hearing how this trip has gone in the past, and I'm excited to see how it's going to go in the future. So, Jeremy, if y'all will, give Jeremy a hand.
Thank y'all. Unfortunately, I was raised Baptist, and we're always told to get out at 12 o'clock on the dot. Looks like I got about 6 minutes.
Just 10:30.
You good? It's 10:30.
Like Walter said, I'm Jeremy Evans. Currently a paramedic at Clarendon Hospital. Recently taken over by the Cloud Health System. I worked Sumter and Clarendon counties over the past 16 years as an EMT and eventually paramedic. Being raised in church, Clarendon Baptist in Alphalute, where I was raised up. Moved to the big town of Manning about 5 years ago from Alphalute, not that far. Just like most, probably the extent of my travels was the southeast United States, Pigeon Forge, that area, North Carolina, and all the way down to Orlando, Florida, about as far as I ever traveled. Our church supports many missionaries, and one group is Crossover Communications out of Columbia. They are a church planting organization that sets up short-term mission trips to enhance smaller churches across the world. They somehow talked to two of our church members and go up with them in 2012. They came back to tell us a little bit about what all had taken place. Had that urging inside that I had to go join them on the next trip. I went 3 years ago. This will be my 4th trip. I plan to continue from here on out every year. I'm actually working on becoming part-time employed with Crossover as their short-term projects coordinator. It's a non-salary position that will give me the opportunity to go not just to Moldova, but several other countries every year and lead short-term trips and people on those trips. I'm going to start off just giving a little information about Moldova. Many of you are probably like me, have no clue what I'm talking about. I usually get asked, what's that, when I tell them where I'm going. There is definitely a place, no matter what. The Republic of Moldova is located in Eastern Europe, between Romania and Ukraine. It established its independence in 1991 following the collapse of the Soviet Union. It has a population of 3.5 million people. It's approximately 1,300 square miles. It makes it slightly larger than America. It's a very small country. Again, very few people know about it. Excuse me. 2/3 of Moldovans are from Romanian descent. The languages and the culture are virtually the same. So if you know a little Romanian, one of those Latin languages, you can get around very well. Russian is also a very popular language there. Most of the older citizens in smaller villages still speak only Russian. Currently, Moldova is listed as the poorest country in Europe. $1 US is equal to approximately 20 American. I think I got that back. 20 American dollars equals one of their dollars. Most median households live off of just under $4,000 a year. You'll find, especially in the smaller villages, that parents tend to go off to larger European countries or Russia for work, send some money back home, and all the children are either raised in orphanages or with an older family member or grandparent or something like that. Like I said before, we've been going to Moldova. This will be my 4th year. Our primary goal is to grow local churches and to facilitate relationships between the local pastors and the members of the villages. We tend to strive to prevent them from forming a dependence on Western help and give them information and assist them with not only medical care, but some spiritual guidance so that they can care for themselves once we're gone. Typically each year we go to 2 different villages. Villages we go to have established churches from crossover. To date, crossover has planted 84 churches in the country of Malta. Local pastors in those villages are now going into Central Asia as missionaries from to the countries of Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Turkmenistan. Crossover also has sending bases in Brazil and New Zealand. So those will be some of the countries that I'll be going to in the very near future to assist with their sending bases. We've been met with some opposition from the Greek Orthodox Church. You'll see some of that on the video. They've actually last year put up a sign in the village saying that we were there to kidnap their children, we put tracking devices in their medications and stuff of that nature. And basically the way it works is they usually describe that religion as Catholicism on steroids. Usually the best way that I've heard it put. Priest has to intercede for everything. If you want prayer, if your family member dies, you have to have them prayed in heaven by a priest. He requires a large amount of money that these people don't have. A lot of times they will sell their land, their houses, their cattle, just to have enough money to pay the priest and pay a loved one in heaven or pay the bill of their sin. So with us coming in, telling people that there's a free gift of salvation, we're getting free medical care, stuff like that, the priests are worried that we're going to pull from his congregation and take away from his money. You'll notice in the villages and these houses are very simple, to put it nicely. No indoor plumbing. Here you have electricity. They still use outhouses, things of that nature. You can always tell which house is the priest's house. Usually you get a Wi-Fi signal to get close to the priest's house. They have internet, they have indoor plumbing. They usually have the only car in the whole village. And it's usually a very nice Audi or BMW or something like that. So between the priests, their medical care is about the same way. They get 10 free days in a hospital as being a citizen there. So if you break a hip in January, you spend 8 days. If you have a heart attack in November, you got 2 days to get over your heart attack and it puts you out of the street. You can pay out of pocket for whatever costs after that. They'll keep you, but most of them do not. So they have constantly priests taking their money. They need medications, getting health care, that's taking their money. As well as politicians and police officers, again, are very corrupt. They will stop people on the street and basically shake them down and rob them. Yeah, it's a police stop. Their security coming into the country, when we come to the airport, we've experienced some of that where they charge us a tax for bringing medications and things of that nature into the country, tools. They'll start out with about $200 to bring this bag into the country. Usually can swindle them down about $20 or so. They'll take that, and that's their money that they made extra on the side. They let you know. We'll start the video here in a second. I just want to say that kind of a God thing on how this video worked out. I put together, it was extremely long, it was like 16 minutes, and I'm sorry for that. It has great music, the music that perfectly with everything that's going on in the video. First church I went to present this was First Baptist in Hammond, and their sound wouldn't work with the video. So it's kind of awkward there for the first few minutes, so I jumped up and just kind of started explaining everything that was going on. Halfway through, I noticed there was a young lady on the opposite side of the church blind and had a seat hot dog with her. So to keep her from having to sit there for 60 minutes and listen to music, she actually got to hear what was there on the slide. So after doing that, some of the stuff makes sense to me, but that doesn't make sense to most other people. So we found it better just to kind of narrate a little bit through it, some of the things that are kind of unusual. I'll just pipe up a little bit and tell you what it is. But since that day, sounds work fine on video. It's been work today, so it'll be kind of quiet in the background. I'll also be kind of narrate. We actually joined groups from Australia and Canada on certain occasions for this trip. It was a multinational trip.
To the ends of the earth, this good news must go till everyone knows. Are we there yet? Have we walked every road, climbed every hill, and told every soul? Are we there?
That is my pastor, declaring Baptist, Mr. Michael Acosta. He's a little bit of a cut up. Happened to run into this guy in the middle there from North Carolina. We didn't like the Clemson shirt. He was an NC State fan. That was the Istanbul last year. That's little Moldova there under the Ukraine in the circle. Keep an eye out for the clown. I'll kind of tell you a little more about that at the end. You'll notice it's in most of the pictures. That is Robert Ridgway and his wife. They live in Virginia now. His father is actually my medical role, Dr. Robert Ridgway, and that would be Dr. there. That is Theodore. He is the president of Crossover Moldova. Two of the Australians that join us every year, Dr. John Lamb and his wife, Tricia. That is hot tea, not alcohol. That is the capital of Moldova. It's pronounced Chisinau. Prior to going to the villages, we like a bunch of drug dealers separating medications and stuff. Different supplies for the trip. We get out eyeglasses every year, mostly reading glasses. For those that are unable to see. That's our strongest pain medication that we're allowed to give, ibuprofen, 800 milligrams. Everyone that comes to the clinic starts out in the registration area where we get their name and their address. They go into triage where they're seen by a nurse. They get their vitals taken, a brief medical history, and their biggest complaints. So the interpreters, one of the crossover guys messing around. That's my interpreter that I've had every year so far, Olga. Dr. Bob is an OB/GYN from Arkansas. He usually comes by every other year. Once they come to triage, they'll go into one of the doctor's rooms, which I'm qualified as a doctor there with my training, where we basically do an exam and prescribe medication. That was a burn to a hand that had been treated with iodine for several weeks. Cellulitis of the leg. This guy hit his leg with an axe. The only treatment they did was debridement every couple of weeks to rotten flesh. 25 homes in each village to people that are bedbound, unable to get out to the clinic. We bring the eyeglasses, the medications, everything along with us, and do it all for them there in their home. When they get their reading glasses, we test the strength by them reading the Bible in their language, so we know if it works or not. So they're exposed to Scripture whether they like it. We do a lot of kids ministries. We're actually allowed to go into the schools there. And after school, we do a lot of balloon animals and salvation bracelets and things of that nature with them. We go into the classrooms and teach dental hygiene, get out toothbrushes and toothpaste for them. People to do it. We also do a work project in each village. This year, the team's kind of small. We won't be able to do one. We put 2 of those up 2 years ago, one in each village. Last year, they put this playground out at the school. They also brought running water into a home of a fellow that was unable to get out and get water himself and live alone. Once they see the doctor inside the clinic, they are sent to the evangelist, either a women's evangelist or a men's evangelist, where they use the gospel music, I think they're called. Kind of shares the plan of salvation through little cues and pictures. At night, we get together with all our interpreters and the ones in the villages that helped us kind of reflect on what happened that day, do some praise and worship, and usually a devotion at the end of the time. It is go, go, go from the time that we touch down there, so any chance to get some rest is always much appreciated. Pastor Mike finds it hard to stay awake no matter where we are. Of open farmland. I think only about 10% of the country is covered with forests. The rest is open land. That's a typical Orthodox church. Everywhere you look, they have pictures of Christ still on the cross. You don't ever see a tomb or anything but him off the cross. It's always Christ still on the cross. There's little areas that are set up several places trip. Then did some random shops past year. That is our group from Clarendon Baptist and our translators last year. Those are great. And once you try some of those, you'll never get another muscadine in your life. Those are fantastic. Their major exports actually wine from the grapes that they grow. That is a Moldovan barbecue that I had the pleasure of participating in last year. Kind of like our grills, I guess. We start a fire and throw a bunch of meat on top of it. That is the chocolate store, which is called the Bucharija in Romanian, which also means joy, which kind of makes sense to me. That is a male and female bathroom written in Russian. That is a nice toilet that they prepared prior to our arrival. That's us outside of the Bucharija last year. That is our pharmacy for the clinic. Set up on a ping pong table there. The little girl in the middle is actually a Moldovan pharmacist. So I'll go myself again on one of the home visits. We went last year over to Solomon to do the protest against their government they had. There was thousands, kind of like the Occupy Wall Street group. But it was the Moldovan version of that in their city last year. That is the whole team from last year. The typical apartment complex. That is the family we stayed with in the first village last year. She is actually Hungarian and he is Romanian. And they take in special needs foster children. Had to stop for some ice cream. That's Chinzaro, one of the translators. Me and chocolate. It's an old monastery on the hillside. You can see the little squares there of the tunnels that go in and out through there. The typical street in one of the villages. A love shack where me and a guy from Washington State had to share a bed for 3 nights last year. Each little house kind of looks like Farmville. If you ever played that on Facebook, they have their own little square plots behind each house and they farm their produce. That's typical transportation around the villages. Food, again, is fantastic. Probably the best part of the trip is they feed you very, very well. I'm a fan. It works out. Fresh honey on the comb that they gave us for dessert one night last year. That is a monument to the Jews that were persecuted in World War II. There was a large Jew population there. That is an ambulance. Their little captain's chair, the chair behind the stretcher, is actually just a stool sitting on the floor. So it's not really safe. Those are 2 of our translators and our brother-in-laws. We went to their hometown last year after the clinic. They raise their own produce and sell it in the local village. Saying we have Clarendon Baptist with missions, either you're going or you're sitting, there is no compromise. That's all. With the clown, I had lots of questions about that after the first few showings of this. Terry Gaff is one of the paramedics that worked with me down in Clarendon, also went with us 2 out of 3 years, I believe. Has a fear of clowns for some reason. Honest little people do these clowns. So we kind of mess with each other. His wife, his wife and my wife are pretty close. His wife and 5 kids put that clown in his bag when he left last year. We had a bunch of flight troubles where our 24-hour trip took 54 hours. This past year we got stuck in Charlotte overnight. So he went and pulled out his stuff from the shower and found this clown. So that kind of became our traveling home where we took pictures with everyone, and everywhere we went we got pictures with the clown. I'm sure you saw the salvation bracelets with the kids. One of the things I was going to tell you about the priest, the second village we went to last year, we had almost 1,000 kids out there that had those bracelets in the local school. The priest came through after our first day, took up all the bracelets and didn't allow them to have them. So one of the teachers, who was actually a member of the church there, who was there to help, came and asked if we had more. We hoped we had 1,000 more, so we gave her everything we had. She was telling us that she was going to have to make sure that we hid them so the priest wouldn't see them until we get them back home. The kids are always real happy that we usually wear them while we're there. And once we arrive and they get there, they're always running up showing their bracelet and being understand what they're saying. You can tell they're excited that we had the same bracelet on. Just want to give you some numbers. I'll say how busy it is for us. Last year alone, we saw 850 people in the clinic. So that was in about 40 hours total where we had time set up to see them. So that equates to about 1 person every 3 minutes that we were able to see. We did 25 home visits and saw 1,200 children plus teachers in the schools. So altogether, that's about 2,075 people we shared the gospel with. Received 850 that received medical and dental care. And that doesn't include all the ones in the stores and the little markets that hear that you're American and everybody wants to talk to you. They're very friendly people. So we're able to share with them while we're there, which turns into sharing the gospel with multiple people outside of the clinic area. So I think we had a total of 260 confessions of faith last year, plus all the other seeds that were planted. The local pastor will get every name and address that comes through the clinic, and once we leave, it's his job to follow up with each one of those people. We tend to mark down whether they made it to faith or whether they did not, or if they seem like they're interested and wanted more information. While we're gone the rest of the year, he's constantly touching base with those guys. So who knows what the total number is? I don't think we'll ever know until we get in it. I can promise you the lives will be in touch my life along. Just in going, my son, who was 16, will be going this year for the first time. I wish I had that opportunity at his age. And he's dying to move over there. He's got a few girls from my Facebook group that he's picked out in his future lives and stuff. I think he's going to be in for an eye-opening experience, especially when he sees that first hole that he has to use. I think it'll do him some good. My first trip caused me to learn a musical instrument. I'd always had a desire. Each one of those translators speak 5 to 6 languages and play anything that has strings and keys on it. Really, they can make a drum out of anything else. They can play anything. So now I play the bass guitar for our praise team. We've never played anything before. Since the first year, I learned bass enough on my own to play for our praise team, as well as the mandolin and Romanian. Slightly fluent. I wouldn't say I'm great with it, but I can order in a restaurant by myself, and I can understand conversations and read. So those are just daily things that the trip has caused in my life to change. Not to mention the urgency of wanting to share the gospel, not only on those trips, where it's very available and it's easy to do, but anytime you have the opportunity. And I think when you're out there away from all the hustle and bustle of normal life, you learn to kind of be in touch with what God's saying to you, listen to the Spirit a little bit more, and that whenever He's pushing you to speak something. I'm trying to do that better in my personal life. But like I said there towards the end, if you can give, that's fantastic. It costs about $3,000 a person to go. This year was a little cheaper. The flights weren't quite as much. It's about $1,500 usually for just the flight there and back. Plus the other $1,500 to pay for translators and systems and food and all that other stuff. If you can't, I understand it's been a tough year for everybody. But you can pray. We ask that y'all do that. We leave September the 8th. My son and the rest of the team will be coming back on the 17th. I'll stay until the 28th. Do some additional things. They're also doing all their kind of work towards this other job that I'm working on. But you can pray, for safe travels. You pray now for those hearts to be softened and fired and spirit with them. And I would love to recruit you. If you have the desire to go, you don't have to be a paramedic. You don't have to be a doctor or anything. Basically just a willingness to go and willingness to be flexible. Plans definitely change very frequently there. But we've had anyone from age 17 to age 70 that's gone with us. We've had paramedics and doctors and nurses. We've had electricians and farmers. Whatever you do, there's something there for you to do. I'd be happy to get with anyone or share my email. I know it's kind of late for this trip, but every September we go. And then, like I said, coming up in the near future, I'll be going to Brazil, as well as New Zealand, China, and possibly the Central Asian countries that we expect to see in. With that, we'll open it up for questions if anybody had any. If not, I'll definitely catch you afterwards and be happy to answer anything for you afterwards.
Like y'all are scared of him.
I'm big, but I'm easy.
He's a teddy bear. Y'all thinking for us one more time. You know, when you watch these kind of videos and you listen to him talk, it's interesting because it's amazing to get used to the comforts of America, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, when we look at our lives, how many of us this week have thought we had it really bad? Anybody else in here thought, man, this just sucks? You know? You got a roof over your head and running water, right? You got a toilet you can use, you can pull a handle and stuff goes out, and you ain't got to go out there and empty it yourself. We're blessed, amen?
Amen.
We live in a great country, amen? You know, I'm always amazed. Mission trips that I've gone and done and look at people's lives and how they live compared to how we live. And, you know, we live like kings and queens.
It's true.
We live like kings and queens. And the things that we have that are available to us, you know, it's just absolutely amazing. And especially those of you that are part of this family, if you don't have it, somebody else has it. I was listening to a brother talk to me this morning. He was sharing, he said, man, if I've got it in my house, it's yours. And that's the mentality of a lot of people here in this family. If I have it, it's yours. It's not mine. It's ours. God gives it to me so I can be a blessing, right? That's why we have what we have. The gallon of milk in my fridge is not mine if you need it. It's yours. And so a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that kind of a network or that kind of a family or that kind of a group of people who love them and care about them. And so this morning what I'm asking us to do is, again, don't put what you would normally give to the church in the box now. Instead, place an offering for Jeremy's trip in the box. If you're writing a check, it can be made out to, make it out to Veritas, and we will actually cut one large check to Jeremy for his trip. Also, we made the decision, anything that you, Pastor Monica, can you grab my phone back there, please? Anything that you give through text to give or that you give online within the next hour, okay? Within the next hour, if you give it online, will go towards Jeremy's trip. Y'all give me a second so I can give him something. Because all the line is done online. So real easy. Watch. That quick. I've given to him. You don't have to have my debit card on me. You don't have to have my checkbook. So if you haven't gotten into the whole text to give yet, I love it. That's the only way that I give. You can do text to give. You can do online giving. You can write a check. You can put cash. Anything done online or through text to give for the next hour goes to Jeremy's trip. Okay. I love you guys. We don't have service tonight. Spend it with your family. Leadership, 5 o'clock here for a meeting. And next week, guys, we celebrate our 3rd year as a church. It's our 3rd year. Every time I say 3rd year, I get all happy on the inside because we weren't supposed to make it past 6 months, right? That's what we were told. You won't make it past 6 months. You won't make it past a year. We got past a year, and I was told you won't make it past 3. We're going to make it past 3, amen? So, in talking about birthdays, Mr. Elijah, if I can get you up here really quick, and then we're gonna go free. If you'll do me a favor, if you'll lead everybody in singing happy birthday to his 80th today.
Ethan, you're on Monday, right? No? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm throwing shade. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
If it's your birthday this weekend, stand up.
Or Monday.
Our Monday, 28-year-old. Do it your way.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Everybody.
everybody. Happy birthday to you.
Let's pray. Daddy, I thank you for today. Thank you for allowing us to come here to worship you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to learn about some of the things that you're doing in the kingdom. I ask that you will give us the ability and the courage and the confidence to be able to give to this today. I ask that you'll bless each and every person that gives and that you'll return it to them 100-fold. You are an incredible God. Help us to be your incredible people. And everybody said, Amen. Spread the word about